Not him, but he is hard to get in. Oh, that is a big one though. Oh, that is a giant.
Oh my goodness, Daddy, help me.
Get it.
Bud, this is a cat here.
Well guys, so this is going to be the November 21st fishing adventure right here on the pond. So it's cloudy. I think I'm going to do a popper around the big pond and then probably finish up with a wacky rig. Stay tuned. So the pond looks a little bit different than the last time we were here, and I came out here the other day messing around while I was talking to LSU. It's weird, but anyway, I was throwing this little bass popper right here, and I caught 5 or 6 pretty good ones. I say good ones, I mean 2 pounds. So we're doing this popper. I just want to say that I'm actually out here because I want to test something with the Wacky Rig. I was using a Wacky Rig at my parents' house the other day and I hooked a fish. I didn't get a look at it, but it was pretty big. And the last time I was here, I was using the same hook and a fish bent it. So while I was at my parents', fish bent that one too. So I'm not going to use those hooks anymore. And I'm going to try something new with just a regular wacky hook. Let's see if we can catch some fish. Alright, it's obvious they don't want the popper, so I'm not going to waste my time with this. Alright, so I'm going to try to reenact this actual little Wacky Rig hook right here. Because the last 2 I have, I've bent them on fish. You can tell these hooks flex real easily, and I'm tired of losing fish, especially if they're big ones. So I'm going to rig this a certain way and then we're going to go test it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. We're going to take a smart peg and put it on my line. We are going to peg a small weight on it. I think this is like a 1/8 maybe. Alright, Palomar knot, slide this down, slide the weight keeper down. Alright, so this is what I got. Wacky Rig hook, small 1/8 ounce weight, and then a weight keeper to hold that in there to make my own version of the Wacky Rig. Alright, there we go. So I'm not going to use a little band around my Wacky Rig. Let's go try this out, see what happens. I don't know if this purple is going to be beneficial out here, but we're going to find out. Actual color to this is the Yum 5-inch Dinger Ozark Shadow. So I'm going to try it out in this little pond. Right, so this is the shallow end, where the bigger fish like to come up and try to trap the smaller brim. Since we got a wacky worm on here, we're going to pretend that it is a, y'all see that? Smaller bass trying to get those little small brim. Okay, I may have to figure out a way to get the hook to come out differently. So maybe we come from the side like that, because the way they're grabbing it, it's not allowing me to set the hook and get a good grab. Well, he had it. I just didn't know he had it. Maybe I'm setting a hook too hard. Okay, that worked. To the top of the mouth, but these little ones are not what we're looking for. Let's go to the deeper end. Okay, actually, threw out there past that little mud on my line. Okay, that is a better one. It's a better one, but definitely not the one we're looking for. Thank you, buddy. They are getting healthier here. They are. Still on my first worm. Another one. Same path, not the same spot. Get here, buddy. Alright. Got here to the deeper side. Catching some better ones. Thank you, buddy. Alright, so this seems to be working. You can definitely tell there's bigger ones over the smaller ones. They got a little bit more bump to them. Uncle Mace wants me to call him, y'all. Hold on.
Yellow.
Hey, Dave, what you doing?
You still in the stand?
No, dude, I just threw a bass back in the water and then called you. Yeah, what you doing right now?
I just took off of work so I could go fishing or hunting. And I'm debating on getting that kayak and putting it back in the river and catching some more of them slabs since it's hot.
Bro, that was some big white perch, man.
Bruh, I'm telling you, they were slamming that jig too. That's the hardest hits I've ever... I've had some hits from fish that I wish I knew what they were, jig fishing for crappie.
Yeah.
But man, whenever these dudes were hitting, they were hitting just that hard. And I'm like, holy smokes. So, but anyhow, I'm thinking about just loading my kayak up and going and getting on the river and seeing if I can't catch some more.
Yeah.
Well, he uses a lot of 6 cents baits. And he got this like 3-inch long freaking, it's called a thick, what is that noise?
That's me reeling in a bass, bro.
Oh.
You're going to be on TV.
It's called a fiction shad. Go ahead.
I think I found where these big ones are. I think I figured it out.
But it's called a fiction shad, and it was
There
like
you go, guys. Thank you, buddy.
I couldn't remember what the color of it was. Maybe just some type of shad color. But anyhow, he was dropping that thing down there with his live scope, and he was hammering some 2-pounders. Hammering them. We're going fishing.
Yeah. The bass rating for today was a 9. So if it's a 9 for the bass, I'm pretty sure it's pretty good for the white perch too.
Yeah. You can't look up crappie fishing on that thing?
I don't know how to do a crappie app. I'm not a crappie fisherman.
All right.
So,
well, I'll let you go. All right.
All right. Good luck.
All right. You too.
All right. Love you, bro.
Love you too.
All right. Now that we're off the phone with him. So if you watched any of my other videos, you'll know that there's a creek that runs on that side and then comes around to this corner and then it drops off and then they just put a dam here On this side is where the flat part that comes in, and it goes out flat and it drops off into that creek, but when it turns here, it drops off here. So I just caught two nice ones, those last two nice ones, right here where that drop off is into that creek. So they must be sitting out there off structure, right on the edge of the creek. And they seem to be a little bit healthier out there. That must be where they're actually chasing brim and doing whatever, because I know a lot of those brim come up here and bed on this flatter area. Alright, should be coming to about where they're at. See, I think it's that hook. I may want to go deeper. I may want to go deeper. I think they're getting smaller here. All right, let's go deeper. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. All right, there you go, guys. All right, so I got him with the hook in that way, but you see he fell off right here when we got him to the bank. I need to put my deer stand right here. There seems to be a whole lot of deer tracks. And that's probably from nighttime, but that's a good one. He felt little. He felt little. Come on, buddy. Oh, you little fat rascal. Oh, they are choking it too, guys. Y'all see that? They are choking it. But I noticed the way that it's rigged, it's getting them in the tongue a lot. Man, I thought you were little in the way you hit, but you're pretty chunky. Glad to see you guys are getting healthy in this pond. That's what pond management does, guys. That's what pond management does. I've been seeing one hit all up in these trees over here. It's a smaller one and then a nicer one. So I threw out there thinking I could pick up the nicer one. That may have been him. We're gonna throw it again just to see if I'm wrong, and there's two of them. Back to back. Back to back. Yeah, they're out deep off structure in the pond. Okay. There's another little chunk. Thank you, buddy. We're on our third worm, and I don't know how many fish. I don't know why. I felt like the water's a little cooler, going to the Wacky Rig was a better option. But it is proven to be the right choice. Although I tried a Wacky Rig in here the other day and I didn't have as good a luck. But I think it's because of the color I was using. You got too far to the right. Oh, he's swimming weird. He's swimming weird. I'm gonna swim with him. Top of the mouth. I'm gonna try to get us out of the wind. Y'all ain't gonna be able to hear nothing. All right, how about we do 3 more catches and then we'll get back in the deer stand. So I just saw one move right there. don't know if y'all saw it in the camera before that, but I decided to flip right there on him and got him. God, they're so healthy now. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Only bad thing is when we get those big ones on here, I don't think we hold him on this little rod. He's probably gonna break, he or she's probably gonna break my little Alberto knot. Let's go a little bit deeper. This little keeper thing seems to be working. I'm not sure if it's any cheaper to do the Wacky Rig this way, or just do it with a regular hook and sinker or whatever. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Wacky Rig as much, because I'm not a slow fisherman, but it's starting to grow on me. It may be what I want to do. It may be what I want to do more in 2026. In 2026. Fine, let's try these corners out. Catch our last two, and then let's see if we can kill a buck. Biggest bass caught was in this corner. It's not him, but he is hard to get in. Oh, bruh. I'll take a 3-pounder all day. Take a 3-pounder all day. Maybe 2 3/4, but he's close. Thank you, buddy. So if he's down there, maybe Big Mama's down there. See if I need to tie. Oh. All right, guys, I'm gonna retie. All right, guys, we are retied and reset. That sucked because I have pretty teeth and I'm not used to like chewing on my nails or nothing. Oh, I should have had my fingernail clippers. But we got it done. Now we just gotta hope that Alberto knot holds. Always a little one. All right, it's supposed to be 1 o'clock. Gotta get these last two. Actually, probably should be throwing a little deeper. Definitely should be throwing it a little deeper. How are you still alive with the size of bass we have in here? Because we got some big ones. They can eat you for dinner. Well, the big one surely ain't up here because that one's still alive. So let's go deeper. Yep, let's fish the creek side and then we're gonna get out of here. Definitely in the creek. It's not good for the rod. There's one coming out of that creek that comes straight down this pond where my truck is. It comes straight through here and then cuts and goes to this corner. Thank you, buddy. All right, so what did we learn today? Well, we learned straight up that you can fish a wacky worm however you want to. If you can find the right tools, right hooks, right weights, even your weight stopper, you can fish it. So I had a great time, caught some good fish. Wish I caught a bigger one, but I mean, caught up to 3 pounds, and I'm happy with that. So now we're gonna get back in the stand, and we're gonna try kill us an 8-point or better. So see y'all in the stand, or when I shoot. So you know that moment when you're not filming because you don't want to deal with that, and I don't know, you got like 5 minutes to do something, and then something happens. I don't even have a scale. I don't have a scale. Look at this. A giant. Oh my gosh. Biggin. Wow. I'll see you in the spring, big mama. You got this.